Very here.
I think why our youths are being adamant about this nationwide protest, because they can see what happened or what is happening in Kenya.
It's not ending well.
And so many times
Uganda is
on social media, they're really having a go at Nigerian youths, especially Kenyan youth, that we're not like Nigerian youth. When we see the gun, we will run away.
Well,
you know, I've seen so many. And I think this is what is really, you know.
But I mean, they shouldn't allow that to push them.
Push them,
yes,
yeah.
I mean, and if you're following the Kenya story, you realize that on a daily basis, many youths are dying. And the fact that they continue to take a swipe at the security agencies is also causing a whole lot of problems. Oftentimes, dialogue remains the best way to go about it. So we shouldn't use the Kenya example as one that will actually make us all go onto the streets. Agreed, things are not okay. Things are not fine. Everybody is hungry. And like they say, if you're hungry, you can be angry. But then, can we also look at ways to also see if, at the end of the day, government is really serious about addressing
And beyond appealing, we should also call on our elected leaders to also show some examples. Let Nigerians see that truly you are sympathetic to their plight. Because some of the things that they flaunt, and I don't know. Remember the other time when the Senate wanted to go on recess, the Senate President mistakenly, Ijabo. Now all of you will be this and that.
You'll soon see your.
let's just pray that you know
we're a prayerful nation. We'll continue to pray.
Yes. Oh well. Let's just hope
and remain hopeful.
Yes, that your youth will rescind their decision. Okay. The next story.
All right. Aside from the protests, minimum wage is still trending. And Labour plans talks with governors as National Assembly okays 70,000 minimum wage. Labour unions in the country say they will schedule meetings with state governments as part of efforts to ensure that they comply with the 2024 National Minimum Wage Amendment Act bill, which yesterday empowered Nigerian workers to earn at least 70,000 naira on a monthly basis. The Senate yesterday at plenary passed the 2024 National Minimum Wage Amendment Act bill after President Bola Tinubu had transmitted the new wage bill to both chambers of the National Assembly, seeking expeditious support of the lawmakers for its passage. The Senate and the House of Representatives passed the new minimum wage within an hour, and the new bill replaces the National Minimum Wage Act number 8, 2019, which approved 30,000 minimum wage with 5 years to negotiate a new wage. The new wage review period has now been reduced to 3 years following Tuesday's legislation. Senator Oyemi Bamidele actually led the debate on the bill, and the two chambers of the National Assembly agreed on the bill. So the Labour leaders will start taking on state governments on the need for them to implement this new national minimum wage, which is now a law in the country as we speak.
Well, speedy passage.
1 hour.
Implementation.
1 hour.
Yes, now, actually you blame them when they change the national anthem.
So, it's more or less like they've been waiting. And, well, let's just hope the implementation will also get, as, you know, will be speedy, especially since Labour is also planning to meet with state governors. We do not want to hear excuses from their own part. And let's say how much of the light of speed, I mean the speed of light, this will get.
I love our unions here. They have started writing letter already.
that is what is called Makojami.
Bailouts will come from the state government.
Okay, let's take the next story.
Okay, this is like, will I call it a follow-up? It's still about the nationwide protest. SGF ministers hold emergency meeting today. The federal government has scheduled an emergency meeting for today in response to a planned nationwide protest slated for August 1. This comes after President Bola Tinubu pleaded with the organizers to shelve the protest and give his administration more time to execute people-oriented programs. Those that will attend the meeting that are all the ministers, the secretary to the government of the Federation, George Akume, and the special advisors to the President on Policy and Coordination, Hadiza Bala Usman, Information and Strategy, Bayo Nonuga, and former Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare, are among those who will be present at the meeting. Okay, at least we are seeing moves by the federal government and of course, all stakeholders to ensure that, you know, this protest does not come to light. Okay, let's wait for the outcome of the meeting.
I just pray it ends well. I pray it ends well. Let's take the Lagos story.
Okay, Lagos begins test run of Red Line Rail ahead of commercial operations. The Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, LAMATA, has commenced the test run of the Red Line Rail in preparation for its commercial operations. You will recall on February 29, President Bola Tinubu inaugurated the Red Line train project. The 37-kilometer rail line facility is projected to transport passengers from Agbado, Iju to Agege, Mushin, Oshodi, Yaba, and Ebute Metta. Let me see. So the test run, which starts today, is expected to last for 4 to 6 weeks. Commercial operations of the Red Line is expected to commence in the last quarter of 2024.
Well, I mean, this is expected.
It is.
The Red Line, I mean, is there. And remember, of course, the government had also commissioned, you know, that project. And LAMATA had said in no time they were going to start the test running of that project. So let's see how this will go. And I know that a lot of Nigerians are actually waiting for this project. They are waiting.
And I love the commitment of the state government towards this rail line. And of course, it's going to change the face of transportation in Lagos State.
Yes.
And I just hope that many of us who are living in that axis, where the red line will be passing, would actually cultivate the habit of at least parking our vehicles once in a while. Use the train.
It will get to that point. It will get there. At least I know a lot of people on the Mile 2 axis who ply, you know, the rail system to come to the island on a daily basis. You know, sometimes when you see how a project is working, you also want to, you know, just keep yourself away from unnecessary stress. So let's see how this will pan out at the end of the day. Well, let's quickly take our trending story this morning on the X platform, formerly Twitter. So many stories trending, especially for those who use that handle very well. But today, we're staying with the Olympic story, where our own Toby Amushon will be the flag bearer for the Team Nigeria at the Olympics. It's opening on Friday, and of course, it is in Paris. And we can only wish Team Nigeria the very best.
You know, Toby is the spirit of winner. And we hope that spirit will impact the team so that we can come home with as many medals as possible. She's a winner any day.
Is she the only one that will? Is she the only one that will take part in all these sports?
No, is it not just
but our spirit will ginger them.
well, our spirit will ginger them. So she's the flag bearer, but of course the captain of the team is Okpeyori, who plays badminton, and she's been representing Team Nigeria since 2017. And the fact that they're both female.
Kudos to us, women.
Women power.
What's men can do?
Men can do better.
Much more better.
Let's wish the team the very best, of course. Let's take a quick break. The conversation will be back. We'll quickly take a column before the conversation starts fully today.
Some other traditional rulers in the country. But what actually caught my attention in this column for today is the fact that our traditional institutions are beginning to lose their grip, their values, and the fact that you know, they are more or less the... let me not use what is coming to my mouth. The powers of governors over our traditional institutions, and what they used to be in those days is not what they are now.
Right, and Lekan Shote went ahead to, of course, trace the history of the Kano Emirate, and I'm going to quote what he said here. Now, quoting him, he said, "It's interesting that members of the same family, descendants of Emir Abdullah Sanusi ibn Abbas, who traditionally reigned for life, allow themselves to be used as pawns on the chessboards of politicians who are here today but gone tomorrow." So for me, here is the fact that especially for traditions that have family history embedded in them, it will stick forever that you, during the tenure of your family, you allowed things to go awry. The governors will come and go, but the names of the families will always be there. What would you be remembered for?
That's the very big question. And if you're interested in that column, grab a copy of The Punch today, Kano's Messy Game of Thrones, written by Lekan Shote.
All right, we'll take another quick break. When we return, our conversation today is centered around the state of the nation.